A Matter of Trust, an article by Ella Skye. Published by newparenting.net. October 5, 2022. It's always been a matter of trust. Billy Joel. When I asked my daughter what is the most important thing for a good parent, she responded instantly, trust. And now you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, the true basis for a successful parent-child relationship is not at all complicated, but it's not simple either. What is trust, and when do you start building it? Or perhaps it's given by default unless compromised? Trust is an important aspect of parenting, as it forms the foundation of the parent-child relationship. When children trust their parents, they feel safe and secure, which allows them to explore the world around them and develop independence. Trust also helps to build strong emotional bonds between parents and children, which can help children feel loved and supported. To foster trust with your children, it's important to be reliable, consistent, and honest with them. This means keeping your promises, being there for them when you say you will be, and being open and transparent about your thoughts and actions. It's also important to listen to your children and respect their feelings and opinions, even when you disagree with them. Ultimately, trust is something that is built over time through small, everyday interactions and moments of connection. By being a consistent, reliable, and honest presence in your children's lives, you can help to create a strong foundation of trust that will serve as the foundation of your relationship with them. How do you know if your child trusts you? Or even making one step further, do you trust your child? Pound a bit on these questions. Don't assume. Ask your kids. Don't get ballistic if you hear a big fat no or perhaps a silence in response. I hope you know by now any feedback from your kid is priceless. The more honest, the better, of course. Don't ever discourage your kids from giving you an honest response, opinion, or feedback. In fact, be very, very concerned if you only hear yeah, sure, and no problem from them, especially as they get older. It's the worst sign to get only agreements. Kids should tell us when we suck, when our opinion is useless, and when we are completely off. And that is a sign of trust. You know what else? If they ask for your opinion. If they ask what you think, what would you do, etc. For example, my daughter was invited to a sleepover. She came to me stated the following: Mom, I was invited to a sleepover at her house. She asked if I'd like to come. At first I said yes, but now I think I'd rather stay home and maybe watch something together. What should I do? How do I tell her that? That's a sign of trust. If you get the opportunity to see those signs, be happy and don't forget to acknowledge them. Something like, oh, sweetie, so glad you asked, maybe is a way to go. Or thank you for asking, I think I would. Most importantly, make it as clear as you can how much you value this trust and how you support them in building it with you. Remember, the trust is a two-way street. Don't forget to do the same. Any chance you get, ask for their opinion. About your clothing or meal choices, any mundane or special events and situations. Besides getting potentially priceless info, it is your chance to show them you trust them and you value their input. Normally, it lays the foundation for the reciprocity. Practice it with awareness and the bond will grow stronger. Don't ever say you don't care or it's not important. Don't tell them you have no time for this. Instead, reassure them that you would love to hear more. If you are busy at the moment, ask them if it's okay to discuss it a bit later. And try not to postpone for too long. After a few times feeling rejected, they might not ask you again. Especially if they are teenagers. Don't flip out if you don't like the question or a topic they are consulting you about. For example, Mom, should I wear black tank top or lacy white for tonight date? Stay cool and express your opinion without being pushy or insensitive. You can make more damage by approaching this clumsily. Don't forward the question to another caretaker. Go ask Dad. I am busy. Big no-no. Double flop. And finally, don't ignore. Don't ever ignore the declaration of trust, no matter how small it might appear. It's too precious to let it slip by you. It will send a message that not only you are not welcoming this invitation to build a trusting exchange, you care less about them and what matters to them. They will ignore you back. And the trust might vanish as a last season snow. So please don't do that. Be very aware of what these sometimes pretty subtle phrases mean. Take the chance to build trusting exchanges, invest into them constantly, and as a result, you will create an unshakable foundation for your relationship. Trust opens up new and unimagined possibilities. For more articles like this, subscribe to my posts and publications. For personalized consultations, feel free to contact me or tell your parents to do so at advice@newparenting.net or dial 888-857-8044.